Hello students, as promised I am back. Today we will be talking about the money bill. We have heard about the money bill. We know it's a different kind of a bill. It's not an ordinary bill. It's not the Constitution Amendment Bill either. It's not a financial bill A or B. It is typically a money bill. Many articles are involved in this. Article 109, 110, 111, 117, they are all involved in it. So let's get to know what is a money bill, how was it passed, what's the role of the Speaker of the Lok Sabha, what's the role of the President in it, what's the role of Rajya Sabha. This is what we are going to find out today, for which I have got some graphics for you. First you see this graphic under Article 109. It tells you, Article 109 tells you the special procedure. The special procedure involved with respect to money bills. Before we understand how a money bill is passed, we need to see what exactly is a money bill. What is the content of the money bill? And for that we need to move to Article 110, which is where we have the money bill, 110. This is the content of the money bill. On the face of it, it looks like a jungle. You can't make anything out of it because it's a little bit repetitive, it's a lot technical, and certain words are used here that need to be explained. So let's see all of that, so that as we have completed our discussion, you are entirely clear about money bill. Let's get to do that first. So what is there in the money bill, Article 110, that makes it unique? Remember, there is one word here. This is the word. The word is only. I want to change the color. So this word only. This question came some years back. Don't take it lightly. If you want to call a bill a money bill, it should have only what's given in 110. If it has anything outside 110, it will not be a money bill. You will have to call it financial bill, about which the Constitution talks in Article 117. That's not the focus of our discussion today, and therefore we have to confine ourselves to Article 110, because in a money bill the content has to be only what's given in 110. In all this, whatever you have, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, in all this, the content of the money bill is described. So let's not get verbatim about it. Let's not go literal about it for the time being. Let us see generally what is the content of the money bill. The first thing about the money bill is, the most important thing, or the first thing here is, money bill has to do with taxation. You are imposing a tax, you are altering a tax, you're regulating a tax, you're deleting a tax, or you're doing anything else related to a tax. Income tax, corporate tax, securities transaction tax, basic customs duty, whatever. If it has to do with tax, it is money bill. It is, unless there is something else also which is outside 110. Keep that out for the time being. Tax related matters, money bill. Then you've got the depositing of money, payments into the Consolidated Fund of India, Contingency Fund of India, withdrawing money from both the funds, that is also a money bill. Who keeps the custody of the Consolidated Fund? Today it is structured in a certain manner via the Parliament. You keep the custody of the Consolidated and so on. But tomorrow you want to change that. That will also be a money bill. Remember the other day we talked about charged expenditure while dealing with the elements of the union budget as they come out of the Constitution of India. If you want to call a certain expenditure a charged expenditure, or if you want to change the amount that you already called charged expenditure, then that will again be Article 110. Matters related to borrowing, they are also in the 110, and also where the Government of India stands guarantee. For example, tomorrow, if the government says anyone impacted by COVID-19, we will give him X amount of money, and if that is made into a law, an act of the Parliament, surely you're guaranteeing to give some money. For example, about 15 years back, Government of India, Parliament of India made a law saying that anyone injured, dead, or otherwise from a nuclear accident will be compensated, for which the Government of India has allotted certain amount of money, and that is a part of law. And so Government of India is guaranteeing, and in case you want to guarantee as a matter of legal entitlement, then again that standing guarantee for a certain amount of money makes it a money bill. Tomorrow you want to have a certain government body to be audited by the Controller Auditor General of India. That will again be money bill, matters to do with auditing. And you have any matter incidental to whatever we said above, that is tax matter, borrowing, guaranteeing, custody of Consolidated Fund, payments into and withdrawal from the Consolidated and Contingency Fund of India, certain matters related to Public Account of India, matters related to auditing, certain matters, they are all the content of the money bill. You want to call a bill a money bill, it should have these aspects only. Only. Don't forget the word only here. Now we know what is a money bill. Having known what is a money bill, we have to talk about what is special about the process of passage of the money bill. You know, 109, I have already shown you the article. It says that the passage of the money bill is special procedure. So what is special about it? Special procedure for the passage of the money bill. I'm going to tell you the whole procedure from which we will see what is there in 109, 110, 111, 117. So let's see it. 109 talks about the procedure that a money bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha number 1, only after being recommended by the President for its introduction number 2, and it has to be passed only in the Lok Sabha number 3. After being passed by the Lok Sabha, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha certifies it to be a money bill number 4. The certification is final number 5, and it is indicative to the Rajya Sabha as to what is its responsibility towards the money bill number 6. Rajya Sabha's powers are limited, number 7. They are limited to discussing the bill, considering that is called, and returning the bill, for which number 9, Rajya Sabha has 14 days to do the job. Then it goes to Lok Sabha. If the Rajya Sabha made any recommendations for changes in the money bill, Lok Sabha will see them. If it likes them, it can accept them. If it doesn't like them, it can be indifferent. It can reject them. It does not bind the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha's powers regarding the recommendations it makes to the money bill are entirely suggestive, recommendatory, and then it is finally decided by the Lok Sabha. Once it is finalized in the Lok Sabha, the Speaker of Lok Sabha again certifies the bill to be a money bill. Why does he do it? He does it because a money bill presents the President of India with a separate set of choices altogether. In the case of an ordinary bill, what can the President do? He can assent, that is saying yes. He can withhold his assent, that is rejection, saying no. He also can return the bill for repassage by the Parliament, that is what is called suspensive veto. We are not talking about the pocket veto here. In another class, we will have a summary discussion about all the vetoes of the President of India. What are they? When are they exercised? Abdul Kalam, Gyani Zail Singh, President Venkataramanan, etc. Now, so for the money bill, the choice of suspensive veto for the President does not exist. The President can say yes, the President can say no. The President cannot return it to the Parliament for repassage. Primarily because the repassage issue does not arise because the Parliament made certain changes which the President believes cannot be undone unless a new money bill is introduced. Possibly because they didn't follow the procedure. Why send it back to them? Asking them to follow the right procedure. You reintroduce the bill for which the President can reject the bill so that the government can come with a new money bill. In other words, what choices does the President have? Say yes, say no. He can't return it for repassage. Don't bring the pocket veto. Pocket veto exists for all the bills because for no bill is there a time limit within which the presidential response is expected. So yes, what have we studied so far? We studied about the special procedure, we studied about the powers of the Lok Sabha Speaker, powers of Lok Sabha, powers of Rajya Sabha, powers of the President. All this is given in detail in Articles 109, 110, 111, which is the presidential power, and 117, where we are told that a money bill cannot be introduced in Lok Sabha unless the President has recommended its introduction. Now let us see clause by clause what each of these articles says. Here it's very clear. All this we talked about: regulation of borrowing, giving guarantee, expenditure charged on the consolidated, appropriation of money. See, it's very clear. You want to take money out of the consolidated fund of India, it has to be a money bill because Constitution doesn't allow any money to be drawn from the consolidated fund of India unless you pass a money bill, which you would call an appropriation bill. The bill that allows the Government of India to draw from the consolidated fund of India is the appropriation bill. It's a bill. It's a money bill. Again, the same procedure stands for appropriation bill also. So this in essence is the content of the money bill, and you know, you already have seen the importance of the word only. The importance of the word only we have seen here, and this is it. There was a question. Remember, the word only is about the content described in 110 only should be there in a bill. There should be no non-110 content in a bill. Only then it will be a money bill. Article 110 plus makes it financial bill. That is in 117. We will come to that when we have to discuss financial bills. Now what is said here? If any question arises, there is finality accorded to the opinion, certification by the speaker. What is this finality? What if the speaker goes wrong? There is always judicial review. There is no finality without judicial review. However, so far, no verdict of the Supreme Court has come up deciding about the rightness or otherwise of the final certification given by the speaker to a bill that it is a money bill. But there is a bill, there is a case pending in the Supreme Court about the speaker's certification. But that is immaterial to us. I'm just responding to your curiosity, and so I've said this about the judicial review. Otherwise, you can forget it instantly. Then there shall be endorsed in every bill. Twice I told you endorsement to the bill that it is a money bill given by the speaker. Once when you are sending it to Rajya Sabha. Another time when you are sending it to the President. So once to Rajya Sabha, and after both the houses have cleared it, when you send it to the President, in both the cases, the Speaker shall certify the bill to be a money bill. Let me write it clearly for you. This is how it looks. So, now, this is Speaker. He sends it to Rajya Sabha. After that, he sends it to the President of India. On both these occasions, the Speaker shall certify a bill to be a money bill. Two occasions. Remember, the Speaker does not certify it to be a money bill, nor does anyone else certify it to be a money bill. At the time of introduction, while you are introducing a bill, it can be any bill, you know it is a money bill, that's only an assumption. No one legally certified it to be a money bill. It comes into Lok Sabha. If you are sure it's a money bill, introduce it only in Lok Sabha. At the point of introduction, you don't know whether it is a money bill or not. No one certified. You sense it is a money bill. You convince it is a money bill. Your lawyers have told you it is a money bill, and therefore you go to the President and take his recommendation for its introduction in Lok Sabha. The stamp of the Speaker, when it is given at the time of transmission to the Rajya Sabha, then you know it is finally a money bill. And after that, of course, you are telling the President also what to do. Then again, the President certifies it to be, the President knows what to do with the bill because it has been certified as a money bill by the Speaker, and so the presidential choices available in the case of a money bill are clarified to him. Here, Article 111. Return the bill if it is not a money bill. Return the bill if it is not a money bill. Article 111. return the bill if it's not a money bill. In other words, if it is a money bill, the president has no choice of returning it. Say yes, say no. In the case of a, let me write it here, in the case of a money bill, the president money bill. He can say yes, he can say no. He cannot return the bill. Returning the bill, the choice doesn't exist. That is, there is no scope for suspensive veto. There is yes, there is no. I have said it here. Please follow this. And what's there in the Article 117? Shall not be introduced except on the recommendation of the President. So generally when we speak of the money bill, we confine our discussion only to Article 110, and that's a very limited understanding of the money bill. You have to cover 109, 110, 111 and 117. Now you come to the million-dollar question, trillion-dollar question. Can the money bill be introduced by a private member? I'm sure you will resoundingly, unanimously say no. But then you are not right. You are wrong when you say no. Let me talk about it. Constitution does not bar a private member from introducing the money bill. Nowhere it is said in the Constitution or an act of the Parliament or any rules that a private member, that is the one who is not a minister of Lok Sabha, cannot introduce the money bill. However, for the last many decades, there has been a convention and a consensus that a private member should not introduce a money bill. That is very important. There is no difficulty for the private member. He can always submit the bill in the Secretariat of the Lok Sabha. They will pass it on to the Government of India. The presidential recommendation can also be acquired. There is no limitation there. But there is a convention because money, public finance is a national matter. It is a macroeconomic matter. And if the individual member who is not a minister is allowed, he will have the perspective only of his own constituency, and that may do harm to the macro perspective and finance, etc. Therefore, it's only a convention. So let me repeat it. You nail it down in your brain that there is no bar to a private member of Lok Sabha to introducing a money bill. However, there's been a convention that he does not do so. So that was our discussion about the money bill. I hope you understood. Keep asking me questions. You have our email and so on and so forth. Feel absolutely free, but don't ever pick up wrong information, however popular it may be. I wish you all the best, my dearest aspirants.